Hello everybody and welcome to a Raw review. I'm going to try and make these a bit more common, but I'm also going to try and make these a bit more quickfire. The success of the quickfire Hell in a Cell reactions were quite good on the channel, so I'm hoping that this will go the same way, and I'm hoping that you guys can appreciate the rapid quickfire reactions. I'm going to talk about Raw. The main points that I thought was good, and some of the points I thought was bad. I'm going to try not to be too negative. And mainly all of the stuff that I remember, including a new Cruiserweight champion, and of course, as the video says, the Shield reunion. I can't believe that. I can't believe they did it so quickly. So we'll just jump straight into it and say that Raw itself actually started off with the Miz TV segment. Once again, man, honestly, if you guys didn't realize or didn't think that Miz was one of the stars of this segment, then you clearly don't know your professional wrestling. Sorry to say that, sorry to be so blunt, but sometimes you have to be. The Miz is an absolute star. It would be amazing, dare I say, to see him as a WWE champion in the future. Nice and simple. So basically, the Miz is out there talking trash. Roman Reigns comes out, and Miz says, well, the rumors of the Shield reunion, blah, blah, blah. Roman Reigns makes out that it isn't a rumor. He then calls out Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, respectively. The three of them manage to crowd around the ring and completely take apart the Bar and Curtis Axel. There you go. Fucking hell. Would you guys believe me if I said I had to edit this and think about it for a minute just to think of the third guy? That's quite deep. They take out those three, and then they do a triple powerbomb to the Miz, and Roman Reigns gets cheered for the first time in God knows how long. Brilliant segment. Basically gave away the main event, but you could have saved it for even the main event, or even just like one more week. Have them finally reunite on the go home show. I don't know. It just tells me clearly that WWE don't care about the third hour of Raw, nor do they care about pay-per-view buy rates as a whole anymore. Jason Jordan then defeats Carl Anderson. Pretty run-of-the-mill match, and yeah, Jordan finishing him off with a net breaker. I don't know. I don't know. Like, especially like for the way that America does it, right? You'd expect like there to be like some football match going on, and for that to be the first match WWE put on after the Shield reunion, I don't know, man. It's not that good and it's not that great. I personally don't think it was a good choice of match to put on. It didn't get much better, unfortunately, and I did say I would try not to be negative, which is why I'm trying to like dust over these quickly. Elias, reading off my notes here, man, I just put I like Elias. I like his I do like his walk with Elias thing. Up next, we had an Enzo Amore promo. He basically just goes on and on about this no contract clause he's got and all of that thing. I don't know. It does my nutting with Enzo. Like, the guy can't make up his mind whether he's a heel or a babyface or whatever. He goes on and on. Kurt Angle gets out there too. He goes on and on. And the guy just, he done himself over. I can't handle that wrestling logic. It does my head in. Because the match was going to take place at TLC, but then after Enzo fucking bragged, it ended up being, well, let's just put it that way. It ended up being Enzo's own fault. And he, as I previously mentioned at the start of the video, he did lose the title, and it's no one's fault but Enzo. Next, we did have Matt Hardy versus Braun Strowman. Matt Hardy, like, for the main bulk of the match, actually put up a decent fight, and I for one am happy. I'm happy that Matt Hardy wasn't squashed. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like you know, I don't like that exactly, because like, I feel like Matt Hardy probably was a little bit better than that. I feel like Matt Hardy could be used a bit better than that, but he did look good. The only thing I don't necessarily agree with is that Strowman kicked out of a Twisted Fate of 1, but maybe that says more about how strong Strowman is rather than how weak the move is. I'm trying to look at it as a positive. The Shield then confront Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. For what it's worth, they made Strowman look like he was getting the better of them for the most part, and then Roman Reigns comes out and completely flattens this guy with a spear. Eventually, they triple powerbomb the big man through the fucking announce table. And this was about, what, an hour into the show, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, I think. You know, forgive me, my timing could possibly off because, you know, I was in the early hours of the morning for us UK fans. But good God, poor commentators. They had to sit there. Well, you know, they had to sit there for the rest of the show. You know, it's not great. It's not, you know, it's not good when you really think about, you know, those poor guys sitting there. But you know, it put over the fact that Strowman can and will be taken down by the Shield, pretty much. I'm trying to find the right words for this one because it's a very delicate situation. But I feel like I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Mickie James came out next. She cut a promo on Alexa, and then Alexa herself came out and bloody, you know, I don't like this storyline. It takes me back to the whole Piggy James thing, although not quite as bad. But the only difference, apart from calling her overweight this time, they're saying she's old, which you know, is not. It's not something I enjoy, to be perfectly honest. I don't like the idea of it. Alexa Bliss showed a bloody, you know, a video package basically implying that Mickie James is old. And as I said, I don't like it. Thank God Mickie got comeuppance. Maybe I'm talking a bit too white meat babyface. But, you know, I do hope Mickie James wins the belt. Maybe if she wants to lose it to Asuka in like a couple of months or even a month's time, then, you know, I would be okay with that as well. But, you know, just give Mickie that 7th title reign. Give her the spotlight. She deserves it. A cruiserweight match was up next. Jack Gallagher and B. Brian Kendrick, I believe, versus Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. It's a shame. It's a shame that these guys aren't given like more time, or at least continuations of what happens on Raw. But I don't know, man. I don't like it. I'm just going to move straight on to Bray Wyatt, and I guess you can call it channeling Sister Abigail. I felt this one was really weird. I mean, this would be like one of the things that would happen in one of my mum's goofy like 80s horror movies, man. So Finn Balor basically comes out and says, you know, how Bray Wyatt's poison and that it doesn't matter, and you know he's poison, and like he's you know he's gonna beat him at TLC. And then Bray Wyatt came on the Titantron, and after like, you know, after you know he basically done his usual stick, he kind of transformed into Sister Abigail. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get that while some people would like this, but he had like this corny altered voice and like he's wearing some kind of veil over his face, and I don't know. I'm not comfortable talking about it because, to be honest, I thought the whole thing was cringe. Will I give it a chance? Yes, I believe everyone should give it a chance, but you know, nothing more really to say about this. It was basically more of a warning. It was more of a warning to Finn than anything else. After that, we did, however, have a 5 women's elimination fatal 5-way, which they actually forgot was a fucking elimination match, which was quite funny. After Bayley, I think the crowd did as well for the most part. After Bayley actually got the pin on, was it Dana Brooke? It was quite funny to see that they forgot that they forgot it was a 5 women elimination match. Quite where, to the point where even now I'm trying to put the order of eliminations in my head. First of all, having Bayley as the second person eliminated is goddamn stupid. She's only like a month back from that shoulder injury she had. And Emma won, which I was originally happy about. I was really happy about it. So basically, Bayley eliminated Dana Brooke. Then Alicia Fox eliminated Bayley. Then who the fuck else was there in the match? Good God, there's one diva that I'm missing. No, there isn't, is there? Then Sasha Banks eliminated Alicia Fox. Then Emma snuck in and got the pin on Sasha Banks. Right. The only thing about this that I have a problem with is that Emma will be fed, absolutely fed to Asuka. And is that a bad thing overall? I guess not. Is it a bad thing for Emma? Yes. It's, you know what, I would never think, you know, I would never really think. I was one of the people that weren't, I will say this, I was one of the people that weren't that much against the Emelina gimmick in the first place. But looking back more than a year now from where she was, Emma would probably be better off as Emelina at this point. At least she'd probably have a more central spotlight. Then again, the gimmick was based on Lana, and judging by where Lana went, it wasn't fucking great. And for the second time in 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, we had the Cruiserweights as the main event. Dude, this was actually a good little match. Like, they tried, you know, to keep the crowd into it, but unfortunately they didn't quite do that. Kalisto won the Cruiserweight Championship for Eddie Guerrero, pretty much. I just don't get why you'd have Enzo have the title and then fucking lose it. I don't understand that. Is there going to be another match at TLC? I really don't know, but that is pretty much the end of Raw. Kalisto won it with a Salida del Sol from the top rope. For what it's worth, he did have Kalisto beat. Mustafa Ali pulled him out, so maybe that'll be the next feud for Enzo after like TLC, possibly. I don't know. I'm happy to see the Cruiserweights probably main event Raw, because to be honest, it basically means, for lack of a better, well, in all but TV time, Raw's back to a 2-hour show. Like, I don't really think they care about the third hour anymore. So basically, yeah, Raw's a 2-hour show again, because they clearly, like, the main event was put on throughout the night pretty much. Like, you know, the Shield debut, Reunited, and then with the triple powerbomb, that was pretty much it. Emma winning the match, as I've said, was good for the short term, but terrible for the long term. She's going to get fed to Asuka. Terrible for her. Anyway, let me know how you guys think I can improve this. Maybe I shouldn't do them when I'm so tired. Like, I can literally see myself being so tired now, but I want to get this and these reviews out to you guys as quickly as possible. Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. If this is up by the time the video's out, which it probably should be, I don't know, maybe, check out the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain Slubber Knocker mode I did today. I actually found that to be quite a bit fun. And I do enjoy a bit of SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, the good old PS2 content. For now, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Peace.